Welcome back to 4th and Goal. It's time for our Game of the Week, a rivalry showdown under some generator-powered Friday night lights in Whitney Point.
The Cardinals of Newark Valley looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Shenango Forks last week. The Golden Eagles hoping to shine brighter than their generated-powered lights at home.
Game of the Week brought to you by UHS, Rocco J. Testani, Greg's True Value Hardware, Ford Hill Country Club, and Mike and Michelle Stolaric Cars and Trucks. In the first quarter, under those bright shining lights, the visitors getting it done. Trevor Hoffmeyer breaks free for a nice run, setting up his Cardinals with some good field position. And then why not say thank you to the guy? Let him finish this one off. A nice block from Larry Kazmarczyk there as Hoffmeyer runs it in. The Cardinals go for two. It's no good. So Newark Valley leads 6-0. And later in the quarter, after the block, Larry Kazmarczyk taking his turn at the run game. A successful one there for the Cardinal. And then the quarterback a few plays later, keeping it himself, Vinny Darpino with the touchdown. The Cardinals decide to go for two again, and this time it is a success thanks to Trenton Fresh, and it's a 14-zip lead after one.
To the second quarter we go. Newark Valley turning up the heat on defense. Hoffmeyer getting the sack of Mitchell Edson, and the Cardinals will take over after that Whitney Point drive, and they're going to do it with a Trevor Hoffmeyer handoff down the sideline to the outside, brought down out of bounds, good for a first down. And several plays later, Vinny Darpino finishing it off, quarterback keeper into the end zone through the contact, 21-0 Newark Valley. But Whitney Point gets on the board thanks to Donovan Sturdivant, no relation. A long touchdown run for good old number 5, bobbing and weaving his way down the field. Mega yardage on this one. And the two-point conversion, which they're going to attempt, is good, but the Eagles' only score of the day. Newark Valley wins 27-8. Here's Eva with more.
I'm here with a couple of the Newark Valley Cardinals, Larry Kazmarczyk, Vinny Darpino. And Vinny, let's start with you, the quarterback of this squad. You played in a little bit of a different situation on Friday night, underneath those lights and the generators. Was being in the huddle any different for you?
It was a little bit different. I had to speak a little bit louder. I had to sometimes repeat a couple things, but it was basically just like a normal game. It was just a little louder with the generators and everything. And
Larry, for you, I know on punt returns, looking up into the sky, it must have been a little bit difficult. What was it like out there?
Well, the ball we'd lose it when he punted it, and then it'd come back at the last minute. It was just weird.
Did you find it challenging at all?
I mean, it was easy to adjust to. I played there my sophomore year, and they had the same lights, so I was kind of already adjusted from then. So.
And you had a bunch of carries in Friday night's game. Is it a little bit harder to see the ball under those lights when you're running with it as well, or when Vinny's trying to hand it off to you? Is it tougher to see?
Not really. We have really good communication in the backfield anyway, so it's pretty simple.
And Vinny, did you find it challenging at all once you got out of the huddle? If you were trying to throw, if you had to make a big pass, was that hard?
I remember one time it was a speed sweep. It was just a pitch to my fullback, Trevor Hoffmeyer, and I remember I didn't think he was there, and I faked it, and then I pitched it, and I hit him right in the side of the helmet. So that was a little difficult, but that was really the only thing that was bad.
And a strong offensive game for you as well, with 3 touchdowns in the 27-8 win. What was working so well for you personally out there on Friday night?
It was just mainly short yardage things, nothing really big, but I don't know, other than that, it wasn't, I don't know.
And Larry, a couple more games left. What are the important things for the Newark Valley Cardinals to finish this season at 7-1?
We have to play a full game. That's the biggest key. And stay cautiously optimistic throughout the whole thing, the whole season. And I think if we put a full game together, there's no doubt that we could be pretty good.
And Vinny, what about you? Anything to add?
I think one thing that hurts us is penalties. In the Green game, I think their first drive, they had a lot of yardage and penalties, but we were able to kind of adjust to it, but we just need to eliminate penalties for the most part.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. That's Larry and Vinny. Now let's kick it over to Jeremy in the Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Eva. I'm here with Newark Valley Cardinals head coach Brian Sherwood after a Friday night win over the Whitney Point Golden Eagles. Coach, good and bad, what are you taking away from that game?
I was very pleased with our offense. We strung together some nice long drives. We've had some big plays in the past this season, and it was nice to see our offense firing on all cylinders there at the beginning. A lot of hats off to Whitney Point. They came to play, and they put some nice hits on us.
And obviously a big component of your game is that running game. You had 319 yards on offense, 301 yards on the ground. Trevor Hoffmeyer with 156 of those, but you had 5 other guys getting significant carries. What does a running game like that allow you to do?
It's very challenging for the defense to prepare for us. We have so many weapons with Larry and Finney. We have a sophomore, Nick Schumerhorn, and Trevor's been carrying the ball well, and then we have the long threats of Blake and Aaron on the outside. So it's a fun offense for Coach Wandell to call because it makes them look good a lot because we have all these athletes in different places.
And now you got off to an early 2-touchdown lead in the first quarter. What do you say on the sidelines to prevent any kind of complacency?
We try to, keep them up the whole entire time. And playing Whitney Point, they have been our rivals for the years that I've been at Newark Valley. They're our closest game. So we always know that Whitney Point's going to play a full 4 quarters with us, regardless of what the score may or may not be.
And to have a rivalry game like that in Week 6, playoff picture starting to develop, how big of a win is this for you going forward?
Oh, it was a huge win for us. We had a rough spot against Shenango Forks last week. We come out and played a great second half against them, but we had a rough second quarter, and we're hoping to string 4 quarters together.
And having a win like this, obviously it's a tight playoff picture in Class C, still fighting for position. Somebody might be in, somebody might be out. How much confidence does this give your boys?
I think it's going to provide us with quite a bit of confidence. We have Lansing next week, another very athletic team, and it's one more step closer. We're taking it game by game, but we need to take the next 2 games in order to, be in control of our own destiny for the playoffs.
That's Newark Valley Cardinals head coach Brian Sherwood. Playoff picture developing. We're hoping to see the Cardinals come postseason time. Coach, thank you for joining us here on our Game of the Week. No Huddle Offense coming up.